and let us all do we can to build a better future.
We talk about money in politics here on Hardlens Media. We talk about corruption. We talk about how the two-party system doesn't work for you. And recently, this has been breaking news. This came out last night. And I think it's apropos to really talk about this, especially in relation to what happened in New Hampshire primary. But Kari Lake was confronted by Jeff DeWitt, and he tried to bribe her. And who is Jeff DeWitt? Why is he somebody of importance? Well, he is the Arizona Republican Party chief. And he was caught on a secret recording trying to bribe Kari Lake, trying to tell her to not run for the Senate. Now, I made it very clear, I'm not a Democrat voter. I'm not a Republican voter. I do have to respect Kari Lake for confronting this douchebag. And if this doesn't shine a light of just how corrupt our system is, and how many times a situation like this took place throughout the decades of American politics, well, let this be the reminder. This is not the first time nor the last time we will ever see a recording like this happen. And plus, let's take into account all the times maybe that it's never been recorded, but it has been done. This is politics here in America. And yes, she did confirm that this did take place. So let's go ahead and play this little recording here. It's about 5 minutes. And the thing is, when you got me rooting for Kari Lake, I'm realizing, holy crap, she's in this room with a scumbag. I'm kind of like worried for her safety in regards to just how slimy this douchebag is, because there's somebody like him in each state, be they Democrat or Republican. So let's play it, folks.
Is there a number at which
I can be bought?
not be bought?
That's what it's about.
You can take a pause for a couple of years.
No.
And then go right back to what you're doing.
No. 10 million, 20 million, 30, no. A billion, no. This is not about money. This is about our country. I think it's disturbing that they would even, that anybody would think this is.
No, to be fair, even me, I'll say this. I want a fresh face right now for the reason that I've never seen.
This is how you know you're dealing with a dirty person. Like, hey, look, I agree with you too. We need a fresh face in politics, but you know, I got the phone call and they told me to follow the orders, and take the money. You have to wonder just who's really representing us here. You see, it's a system that wants to make sure that things run smoothly. Now, does the establishment want Trump? No, there's probably some that could think that, okay, they could work with him again, but let's face it, Trump didn't really help out the establishment that much. He did here and there. He gave them their little fair share of tax breaks, but see, the establishment wants the system to be smooth, like Obama smooth, or Biden smooth, or Bush Jr. smooth, with Cheney holding in the reins, you know. That's what they want. They want the politician to keep everyone asleep. Yes, everyone's being upset here and there, but they don't want anyone to cause a ruckus. Now, do I think Kari Lake has the best interest for everyone across the political spectrum? No. But she has absolutely every right to call this douchebag for what he is. He's a scumbag. And I dream of the day when one day we get money out of politics, when we have when we could, yes, have an amendment to get money out of politics. Because this is what's happening. It's not Russia trying to buy our politicians. It's lobby groups, corporations, Wall Street, big banks, the top 1%ers.
Anyone. I can't think of a single person in a federal race who's lost, ran in and won. I can't think of it. If you can think of it, let me know.
I'm not going to let these people who hate our country tell me not to run. You should call them and tell them to get behind me. So what's going on? What is, I'm assuming this is our friend.
This is back east. There are very powerful people that want to keep you out.
I know they do.
But they're willing to put their money where their mouth is in a big way. So this conversation never happened.
This is crazy, though. They should want me. I'm a great candidate. People love me. These people are corrupt.
Well, maybe you're right.
They are right. They are corrupt.
Maybe. This never happened. Don't go. Do you ever though? I'll get myself in trouble. This If you say no, which is fine, it's your choice. Don't tell people.
They're gonna try to have me murdered.
Not either. Today's world, man. If that stuff that came out last week is right about the cartel stuff, man. They said the cartel's operating in 50 states right now. Like all 50.
Why are you bringing up the cartel? Dude, why did you bring up the cartel? See, that's where I have to raise an eyebrow. Like, Jesus Christ. Kari, that right there is just a little bit odd that he's just going to casually bring up, hey, the cartel's in all 50 states. Well, yeah, of course. Why are you bringing it up in this conversation, though, sir?
Mm-hmm.
So
what's going on? Who is it? What?
Forget the who. Let me just tell you the what. Let's just say there are people calling around saying, gosh, no, they can't repeat this. Never repeat this. If you say no, don't. Because I got offered to buy out. Don't use it. Because then we lose our ability to get things done in the future.
Here's my problem. Rather than just say, let's work with her. She's a great candidate. Because they don't own me. And it pisses me off.
Yeah, it's not almost about ownership.
It's about control.
I don't know it's about control. It's about being on the team. I guess that's, you know what I mean?
They want to be on the team.
They want you to be on their team. Just team. You know?
But if they're pushing a globalist agenda, I can't do that. So what do they want? What do they want me to do?
They want you to stay out for 2 years.
Stay out for 2 years. But see, the thing is, if you take that money, then they have you. You take that money, it's a way to blackmail you. You take that money, and all of a sudden they have control over you. Now, let's be clear. I think anyone who is part of the two-party system, let's say even they have the best intentions to go into Washington, D.C., it's only a matter of time before the tendrils of the corruption and the abuse and the absolute disregard for the American people takes hold of a person. Now, it takes a strong-willed person to maybe walk out of that swamp bubble clean. But this is D.C. we're talking about here, folks.
What? I'll tell you what I can offer you.
By the way, I do want to bring up the chat here because first of all here, I think a lot of people, let's see. You know, we got Golden Monarch says this duet fella is someone like mainstream media, who they all do is project Kari like Trump and indirectly gives them more power and exposure in the process. Very true on that. And hold on, we got this is how the CIA buys other countries. Also, yes, that's how it is. He's also implying that she can't run. That's very true. And no, she's running for U.S. Senate. We got Lawrence Johnson, this guy Satan trying to buy souls here. This is how the sausage is made, folks. This is how our republic truly operates. That's the truth of it. Cheryl Manning, absolutely correct. Look at everybody. Everybody's on point. I'm loving that this audience sees through this. Well done. They do that to everyone. Let's see. Hey, we got Dr. Nick and Mastermind Hour here. There we go. Good to see you. Good to see all of you beautiful people. Welcome to Hard Lens Media. Welcome one and all. This is how our country operates.
But I said you can do whatever you want. It's talking head. This and that.
My only gripe with this video, not only is there corruption, but Kari, you have to be eating your food so close to the mic. It is rather distracting. I mean, that's my one criticism right now. Do you have to eat with the microphone just catching it all up? It is rather jarring.
So the ask of me was, it's kind of funny. So the ask I got today from back east was, is there any companies out there or something that could just put her on the payroll and give her to keep her out? And I said, well, what do you want them to do? Like, whatever we need to do.
This is about defeating Trump. And I think that's a bad thing for our country. DeSantis is not America first. This is about the final death blow to Trump. And I don't think that's good for our country.
And you know I love Trump. I love Trump.
It's not good for our country, Jeff.
It's not. But at the same time, I'm not even sure Trump can make it.
Oh, even though he won Iowa and, New Hampshire. Listen, folks, I'm just going to say a controversial statement here. I think Trump's going to win South Carolina. I think he's going to win all the primaries, okay? He's going to be just fine. Sorry, liberals. Cry more.
I don't know if you will. I think what it really comes down to for a lot of people, it's not really about like control or agenda. It's just about the ability to raise money to win. You know, if you really want to know, all of politics boils down to money. I think. Absolutely. And even on their end, like what makes them the most money?
I know all these consultants don't want their payday to end, and I don't want to make a deal with these kind of people. This is a hill worth dying on. I'm not. If they're going to steal the election to make me and our movement go away, I'm not letting them do that. I owe it to the people of Arizona to carry their torch and their voice.
Listen. Or you don't go away, but you pause. God, man, what again, I don't want to say anything too much about the student's behavior, but I dread to think about just who he is as a person and just how he conducts himself. It is rather slimy, okay? And I think we've all seen our fair share of scandals in state and federal politics. It wouldn't be the first time we see a slimy individual like this, nor the last. But why is it that I'm dreading to think just who he is really, what kind of person he is? It is rather gross.
You don't go away, but you pause.
This is the battles right now, Jeff.
You pause, and you fill your coffers.
No, the battle is right now. The battle is right now, and we don't have time to pause on this battlefield.
You're not. You can't scratch their back. It's not afraid of you.
Yeah.
You don't have anything to offer them. And they're sitting around people that have stuff to offer them. You know what I mean? It's just it's a back scratching club. That's all DC is. It's a big back scratching club. You're in no position to scratch anybody's back, and you've already made it known that if you get there, you're not going to scratch anybody's back. I don't scratch people's back. You know, I've been on the outs with a lot of people for a long time because I don't scratch my backs. You know, where are we in 2 years if they steal the election again?
Listen to what you're saying. Why don't we do something about it so that we the people can pick our?
What can we do?
I'm not willing to accept that, and I'm going to be the biggest pain in these people's. Go back and tell them that I'm running, and I'm going to be the biggest pain in their.
I'm willing to tell them that,
and they're going to have to kill me to stop me.
No, I know. Look, and
you don't have to tell.
Yeah. So look, it is rather disgusting. I want to just pull up this video here. Kari Lake confirms the audio tape published by the Daily Mail.
That shows the corruption isn't just at the federal level. It seeps down all the way down to the state and local level. And all I can say is that the audio is real. And we need to work tirelessly to root this out. We have 10 months to take back our country. We have 10 that shows.
So I also want to pull up this article here because it also shows the fact that, yes, Kari Lake was confronted by this individual. Arizona Republican Party boss tried to keep Kari Lake out of the Senate race by dangling a job. U.S. Senate candidate Kari Lake was reportedly offered what she viewed as a bribe by the chair of the Arizona Republican Party in an effort to keep her from running for the next 2 years. Citing a 10-minute recording it had obtained and authenticated, London's Daily Mail said, Jeff DeWitt told Lake, there are very powerful people who want to keep you out. A lot of powerful people. You think these politicians care or represent us? No, the U.S. Senate doesn't represent us at all. And everything that we heard in the audio, Kari Lake confirmed. These are the people that represent us, these politicians. They're trying to control everything, and they want to bribe and buy people so that they could stay out of elections, stay out of American politics. By the way, I want to pull up this video here. Oracle South says the longer clip is about 10 minutes, worth a listen. DeWitt references being killed if he goes public about the bribe when Lake tries to convince him to come forward. Very interesting, because I've been trying to find that 10-minute clip. Perhaps I will play the rest of that for tomorrow's show. Apologies for that. If you can send me that, I would like to make sure to have that in the show notes so we can talk further about the aftermath of this situation and what comes after. Because, look, it is very real about how scummy and murderous our politics are. Ever since the Supreme Court decide to legalize bribery, thanks to Citizens United and McCutcheon's decision, our politicians can be bought and sold. And what have I said on this show? Well, 9% of the time, 95% of the time, our politicians are on the phone calling their donors for more money, so that way they can get reelected and write laws, rules, and legislation to benefit their donors. And these powerful people want to keep you in the dark. And if you're trying to run or change the system, you're going to get screwed over. It kind of makes you wonder, you know, when the progressives, the squad, got into D.C., did they get pulled aside and they were told, hey, this is how things run now? Maybe that's why it all kind of simmered and died down. Maybe that's why Justice Democrats in brand new Congress and our revolution and DSA never really amounted to much, because at the end of the day, there are powerful people who have the money. Now, Kari Lake, I may not agree with her on a lot of her points of view, but I will salute her for her savagery and bravery to come forward. And it takes a lot of courage to say that, hey, to those bastards, you're going to have to kill me. I'm not going to stop. So I don't like this guy, Jeff DeWitt. I think he represents a lot of politicians. That's who they truly are. They're the errand boys for their donors. They don't care about you at all. And as a system, as a people who live in this neoliberal system, what is the way out? Citizen ballot initiatives, building movements and organizations and mutual aid not connected to Washington, D.C. That's how we build a better future. That's how we break away from the system. And I, for one, will not tolerate this amount of corruption. That's why I don't vote Democrat. That's why I don't vote Republican, because both parties conduct themselves in this manner. That's what's representing us in the free world. That's what's representing us to the international community. These are the people that are supposed to represent American values. Hearing stuff like that, no wonder the world has such a low opinion. And no wonder the whole world is wondering what's wrong with the American people. We need to wake up. These politicians do not like us, they don't think about us, and they don't respect us. This is how little they think about freedom or democracy or justice, because they think that it can be bought. And unfortunately, the branches of government have allowed it to happen.